Hey, what's up, card fighters? Back here with another Bruce match. This was another iteration of the deck that I was testing. It did kind of work out, but I just really wasn't happy. I didn't feel like the deck was a finished product yet, and yeah, I do actually would like to take Bruce again to another locals, or if anything, I'll always just bring it in case like there's time to free play, or if like I have like the luxury of going to locals like an hour or two earlier and I'm able to just like free play with the deck. But I just have to move on. Like right now, like I'm working on I already have lists for GRANFIA and Unica. You guys know that I'm working on that if you've been paying attention to my community posts. But I also have been working on I've actually been playtesting for like an hour or two already Barrow Magnus. Like I have some a really sweet Barrow Magnus list that like I'm tweaking out, like I'm fine tuning, like it actually works, and I think it's viable enough to take it, like to be competitive in this meta. From what it seems, like I've been running it up against meta, so. But going on into it, I get to start here first. This is the build that I'm running a 7 crit 4 draw. I pitch a draw trigger here to ride Steve. Steve soul charges a heal and then calls out the other guy, Mike, I think his name is. Hits me for a damage. We pitch another heal here, suck up the starter here with a Richard draw card. This is the card that I was testing out today. I thought of this on my lunch break. His name is Jared. His effect is Cannon Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, give a Diabolos unit 10k till the end of turn, and then his Final Rush effect is when he attacks, if you're in Final Rush, your opponent can't intercept for his battle. And my opponent, a good friend of mine, was just like reading the card. He was like, that's a really old card, G." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." So swing at him for 10. He doesn't. He takes it. Damage checks in order here. Guards my Vanguard, and then I'm gonna swing at him for 20 here, which he does take it. We get a Soul Charge. I also was testing out Leonard in the deck. It was working kind of like the board wipe was kind of like not the board wipe, but like the field clearing was kind of like nice at times. But like there was like a lot of times where I just kind of wish it was like another unit card, to be honest. Also, this build was lacking a counter charger. Like it really needed the grade 3 counter charger. I just wasn't playing it because Jared just like really exasperated your resources. I'm thinking here if I guard this attack or not. I choose to intercept with Jared. It's gonna swing for 15. I take it. He heals. I get the over trigger. He's gonna go swinging at Leonard. I take it. I believe the reason I was just like so like quick to get rid of my rear guards is like I just had replacements in my hand. What's good here is because we went first, we don't really have to worry about like using our CB to restand here. Would have been nice if we had another CB for Jared, but at least we could like still kind of like final rush. Swing 13. He 2 to passes here. Crit. Give all effects to Leonard. And this is 25 to the column because we are in Final Rush. He chooses to Perfect Guard and then takes the rear guard swing. We still charge a draw trigger and then he passes turn. Sorry for the glare on his side, guys. I don't know why it was so bad on his side. Usually the glare at house really isn't too bad. Which this is House Rules Gaming Locals. And he is playing GRANFIA, if you couldn't tell. He's gonna call down the orange here. The orange lets him get a plant token, but since he has like I forget her name, the mega plant token on field, they're converted into plant gauges. He's just using one of my dies to keep track of his plant gauges because he doesn't have enough plant tokens. He's borrowing another friend of mine's deck, and he only gave him 4 plant tokens. I'm gonna swing with the Vanguard. This is like a very large number here, so I just decided to take it. Give the power to the orange. We get a defensive heal. Doesn't go off though. And I believe he restands. That's another orange. He's gonna restand the other orange by removing 3 plant gauges. Now, GRANFIA's effect is you can remove as many plant gauges up to 5, And then if you removed 3 or more, restand a rear guard, and it gets 5k for each plant gauge you removed. So he's swinging for 25 at my rear, I believe. I'm debating on saving it or not. Yeah, we do ultimately just save it, and he's going to swing at it again. We save it again, because it's a 15k base on both turns because of Final Rush. So we're going to call Stephanie here, and we're going to be like a very like minimalist board right now, because we really can't do much. Because we don't have like, you know, we don't have counterblast resources. This is like one of those scenarios where like the counter charger would have been nice. So I'm just going to go 15 to the column, or the center lane, which is his Vanguard and his Giga Plant. I'm just gonna call it Giga Plant token. Funny thing is, she keeps the power on both turns. So right now she's a 15k base. So he's debating on saving it since he has tokens on her. And he takes the Vanguard swing. And I was just reading and I was like, damn, like it keeps the power. He takes it. We soul charge a grade 1 here, Trish. Then we're going to counterblast 1, restand him, and he's going to get +5. He takes it. We get a Trish and a critical trigger. Put him to 5 here, and we're going to swing at the column again. So this is 30, so he would need like a 20k guard for the back row if he wants to try and save it. Oops, sorry guys. Which he guards with the OT on the Vanguard, and then he lets me kill it, and we soul charge a Eden here. Persona rides into GRANFIA. Which, I don't know why he was saving it, to be honest, because he could just make another one, but I think he was just, like, trying to, like, conserve soul. I guess his soul doesn't look that big. But, like, you really only have GRANFIA and the pumpkin guy that soul blasts, so... But it was his first time playing the deck. I'm gonna give it to him like that. It was his first time playing the deck. And it wasn't his deck. It was, like, some weird homebrew that... My homie loves his homebrews. He loves to cook. And sometimes he burns his food. But he's actually gonna have like a really solid turn here. What saves me is the fact that like I have a couple perfect guards in hand, and the fact that I'm out 2 damage. So he has 6 plant gauges on his Giga Plant token right now. He's going to swing unboosted. He's 10. He gave it a +5, and then Persona Ride. It's 38 by itself. And then he's going to swing boosted. This is, like, again, a very large number. Because his plant token gets 5k power for each plant gauge. So he gives the power there. And the crit there, I believe. Or did he give it to the orange? That doesn't make sense. So he's just gonna do 3 again. I think we just take this attack. If I'm not mistaken. Well, I might be. No, we take it. So we're at 4, and he's gonna swing for like a very large number here. It was 38, 46, 56. Oh no, then it got +15. It was like 70 something. I'm going to get a Trish here out with Jamil. And then we're going to call out another Trish. We didn't Persona Ride. We didn't see Persona Ride, unfortunately. But we're just going to like just try and go for the kill here. So I'm going to swing 28 to the column. Which I believe she's at 25. But I don't think he's going to bother guarding her anymore. He really just can't afford to. So he lets her die. We soul charge another Eden here. And then we're going to swing for 26 at the Vanguard. which I believe he attempts to one to pass. Because the Yamil column is 33, and then the Leonard column is 38. Yeah, he tries to one to pass here, and we give all effects to Vanguard, and we're going on to game 2. He got a 7 damage heal, not a 6 damage heal. Going on to game 2 here. Damn, that glare is really bothering me. I'm so sorry, guys. Also, I did get a comment this week that that if you guys aren't wearing headphones, it's a little bit hard to hear me, which is completely understandable. Like, I usually wear like headphones whenever I'm listening to any type of commentary, so I was like, oh, what do you mean you guys can't hear me? So I got the mic a little bit closer, and I am trying to speak a little bit more clear and concise. Little bit louder, not too loud, but let me know what you guys think down below. If you think this is better, if it's like too loud, or if it's too low. Like, you're like I really do take into stock you guys' constructive criticism, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. Like, we're almost at right now we're almost at 600 subscribers, which is like crazy. I'm really like, in my mind, like, I've always been so close to my goal, because my current goal right now is to hit 1,000. But we're actually like there. We're like halfway there, at least halfway there, if not, like, just like a teensy bit more. Like, it feels so close. It feels like it can happen. Like, and I've had a YouTube channel before. I think I've had like 2 different YouTube channels before, but like, I never had them break 1,000. I've had them like around like 200, 300. I think this is the first time I broke over 500. But yeah, enough of that. I'm sorry, guys. Enough of that. We go second here. We decide to triple grade 1 rush here. So we're gonna swing 8, and then we're gonna swing 14, and then we're gonna swing 8 because he didn't check any defensives. He guards this. Pitches a grade 2 to ride here. Gets himself a plant token. A regular plant token, not a giga plant token. Swings out my Vanguard for 15. We take it. Pitch a Leonard here. Ride up. Soul a rear guard, draw a card. Call a Jared. Call a Stephanie. We're going to activate Jared here. Give 10k to Leonard. So I'm going to swing 18 at the Vanguard. He takes it. No damage trigger. That's the second PG in damage. He takes it again. No damage trigger. And we're going to swing for 28. And he perfect guards, discarding a Persona Red. It's going to ride up to GRANFIA here for free since he has a plant token. He's going to turn her into the Giga Plant token now of GRANFIA's skill. Call the Mushroom. And then he tells me here, literally right after he does his play, like, I messed up. He shouldn't have called the token first. He should have made a back row with normal plant tokens so that he could call this grade 3, and it's not a vanilla card. Because right now it's a vanilla card because that grade 3, it's the trial deck grade 3 from the Leonhorn trial deck, that its effect is CB1. If you have like triple back row, it gets 10k and you get to draw a card. But right now it's just like basically a dead card. So he's just doing the Mushroom, giving 5k to the Dragon. So like now he swings 18, and he's gonna swing at a rear guard here. He's gonna swing at Jared, which makes sense, to be honest. Jared is like a very, like, in his situation right now, it's a pressure card, so we do try to save it. And then he's going to swing at Leonard, because for his Vanguard to restand a rear guard, it doesn't require that he swings at a Vanguard. So he is going to clear the Leonard off the board. And then he doesn't restand here. So he doesn't go for the restand here. He decides to leave me on no counterblast. Didn't try to go for the Jared again, because obviously I don't have no counterblast, so it really wouldn't make sense. So yeah, he leaves me on 0 counterblast here, and we just decide to, continue with the rush. This is why it's so important to run Diabolos triggers in cases where you do have to call down a trigger. Swinging for 26 here. He guards with the over trigger. We get Persona Red and another Stephanie. And then we're swinging 23. So we have him back at 4 here. Calls down the orange, gets another plant gauge. Calls down the pumpkin. Soul Blast 2 gets 2 plant gauges. No, Soul Blast 1 get 2 plant gauges. So he's going to swing 10 at Jared here. I take it. And he's going to swing 13 at my other rear guard. I take it. The benefits of being an 18k. Because he can't swing at my Vanguard with those numbers right now. He swings. I obviously take this because I'm at low damage. And he gets a draw and a heal, which is like very nice for him. Like just to try and help him recover here. But we get a defensive here, so that's putting us at 28. He's thinking about not restanding again and just leaving us at 1 counterblast, but he ultimately decides to give us the other counterblast because all we really need is 1, so he might as well just give us more damage. Damage check a Persona right here, but we already have 1 in hand, so we're just going to go ahead and pop that bad boy. Persona Ride, and we just have to refill our front row, which we decided to just call triple Stephanie to the back, call down an Eden, and I think the Eden clutches it here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we're going to swing. This is 28-38 with the Persona Ride. The other column is 36. And my Vanguard is also 36. Says to take it. We can blast 1. We're going to get rid of the orange here because it's an interceptor and we know he's low on shield. And we're going to restand the Eden. It's going to get plus 10 and it's going to get a crit here. And he decides to no guard our Vanguard. We get 2 grade 2s. He gets a defensive here. We don't care. We still swing with Eden here. This is 48 now, I believe. But he does have 2 15s in hand to block this attack. But on this last one, he is literally 5k short, and that is the end of the match. It was a pretty short one, guys. Sorry about that. Again, there was many weird factors that happened, not just basically in the second game, to be honest. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys would like to see from me in the future. Don't forget we're selling the channel mats. I actually sold one to one of my subscribers that I saw in Duluth. Like, I saw a few people that I've actually been talking to while I was doing my deck building streams, and it was just honestly, like, it was really great. It was a really great experience. It was a really feel good experience. They were all like really nice guys, and just, yeah, it was very humbling, and it was a very feel good experience. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I know I like to ramble towards the end, but later.